All right, welcome to another episode of Courting Cinderellas, and we are breaking down the Ohio Valley Conference champion, SEMO, and we're doing it with Morehead State head coach Preston Spradlin. And Preston, we'll start with the easy one here. Who's the guy that you got to watch out for? Who's their best player, and what's his game about?
You know, it's I wish I could say it was one, but SEMO has two dynamic guards in Philip Russell, who runs the point for them, and then Chris Harris, who is just a tough shot-making guard. And so both of those guys, they're very good off the bounce. They can really shoot it, and they can attack and get to the rim and create their own shots at all three levels. And because of that, they draw so much attention, and they set up the rest of their teammates. But they're a tough mismatch because you may do a nice job of taking them out of their offense and their sets, but then one-on-one, they've got two guys that can really just go and get a bucket.
What's the X factor for them, or who?
I would say the X factor for them is just momentum. You look at all of their games, and they've had just huge swings. Even in our game, in the semifinals, we're up 11, and then they go on runs. So they have the ability to really put runs on teams. And if they can get you to play their type of game up and down and take quick shots, then it's an advantage to them because they're very comfortable in playing that way. And they've got some other supporting casts that are really good. And when those guys are making open threes and they're getting to the offensive glass, it gives them another element on top of those two guards that I mentioned.
Why or how can they win a first-round game in the NCAA tournament?
I would give them, I think once you get to March, momentum is such a powerful element, Jeff, that no one knows how you capture it. No one knows how you keep it. But once you get it, it's not always about, the best team winning in March. It's whoever's hot at that point in time, the best team in that moment. And so they have supreme confidence right now. They have a lot of momentum. And the way that they play, you may say, hey, we're going to take them out and not let them get a lot of assisted baskets and make them take some tough shots. They're very comfortable in doing that, and they've got confidence in winning games in that way. And when you've got smaller guards who can hit deep threes and force you to have a really high pickup point, sometimes that can negate the size that you'll see once you get to tournament time in NCAA tournament. And so they're very dynamic in how they score the ball and how they attack you off the bounce and their ability to make tough shots. So for me, I think that's a recipe in March to give them a chance to win a game.
Hey guys, just a reminder, our sponsor for today's episode is Run Your Pool. They are hosting the Field of 68 Bracket Challenge. This year, they are giving away $1,500 in free prizes. It's all an incentive for you to get on there and find out just how good their platform is. I've been using them for my bracket pools for years. I've used them for Super Bowl squares. I use them for everything that I need to use them for. The biggest survivor pool that I'm in for both NFL and NCAA tournament is by Run Your Pool. So go check them out. The link's below. Tap in.
What do you worry about them the most? Is it their small guards? Is it their size against, they're going to go up against somebody that's probably going to be a lot bigger and more athletic?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're at their best when they're getting up and down and they're running. But if they go against a team that has really good size, high major size at all of those guard spots and slows the game down, pounds it inside, gets on the glass with them, then it could be trouble for them. But at the same time, I give them credit. Brad did a masterful job in the OVC tournament defensively. I thought they really came hooked up and put together their best defensive performance. And so maybe they're hitting their stride on that side of the floor right now, to be playing their best defense this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, Brad, what he did with this team this year, they went through a rough stretch in non-conference. How impressive is it, again, to get him playing their best basketball at the end of the year and keeping this team together?
Yeah, without question, Brad's done a great job. I really bragged on him the past couple years because his first year in the OVC, we beat him three times, once in the OVC tournament, and it was just absolute war. And so he did a wonderful job this year because they lost 8 in a row at one point, including that 8th game being a conference opener against a very good Southern Indiana team. And so to be able to keep your team together, to keep them confident, to keep them striving towards just getting a little bit better each and every week, and especially doing that in March is very impressive. And Brad deserves a lot of credit, he and his staff, for being able to do that with this team.
All right, there you have it. The breakdown on SEMO, the Ohio Valley Conference champions this year, done by none other than Morehead State head coach Preston Spradlin. Thanks, Preston. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much for having me.